Welcome back to the channel. Today, in the world of numismatics, rare coins have always fascinated collectors and investors alike. Among these coveted treasures, the 1989 5-cent coin stands out for its mysterious and valuable nature, having become the subject of much interest and speculation. This coin, which carries a face value of only 5 cents, has been reported to be worth an astonishing $170 million in some cases. While this figure may sound incredible to many, there is a significant history behind this coin that adds to its allure and potential value. Understanding the unique aspects of the 1989 5-cent coin, the journey it has taken through history, and the reasons behind its extraordinary worth, requires diving deep into the realm of coin collecting and the factors that contribute to a coin's rarity and market demand. The story begins in the late 1980s, a period when the United States Mint was producing millions of coins for circulation. The 5-cent coin, or nickel as it is often called, had been in use for many years, with designs that had evolved over time to reflect different eras and historical events. The 1989 5-cent coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which was one of the key facilities responsible for producing the nation's currency. This particular coin, like many others, was part of the routine minting process, produced alongside other denominations like the penny, dime, and quarter. However, the 1989 5-cent coin would go on to become far more significant than anyone could have anticipated. Although it was initially viewed as a standard, everyday coin, a small but important error during its production would set the stage for its remarkable rise in value. This error, which involved an issue with the minting process, caused certain coins to have distinctive characteristics that were not intended by the mint. Over time, these anomalies began to attract attention from collectors, who recognized that they could be a rare find. The nature of the error in question was a misstrike, which occurred during the production of the 1989 5-cent coin. A misstrike happens when a coin is not properly struck, either due to issues with the dies or the coin press. In this case, the misstrike caused the coin to have irregularities that set it apart from the standard coins minted during that year. These irregularities were subtle at first, but for the trained eye of a coin collector, they were immediately noticeable. As with many rare coins, the value of the 1989 5-cent coin increased due to its rarity and the fact that it was produced in error. As more collectors became aware of this anomaly, the demand for these coins grew, leading to a surge in their value. Coin collectors and enthusiasts understand that the value of a coin is not solely determined by its face value. Several factors contribute to the worth of a coin, including its rarity, condition, historical significance, and any unique characteristics that make it stand out from other coins. In the case of the 1989 5-cent coin, its rarity is the key factor that drives its high value. Only a small number of these coins were affected by the misstrike, which means that they are incredibly rare, making them highly sought after by collectors. The condition of the coin is another critical factor in determining its value. Coins are graded based on their state of preservation, with higher grades indicating coins that are in better condition. The 1989 5-cent coin, like all coins, has been subject to wear and tear over the years, which can impact its value. Coins that are in mint condition, or close to it, are much more valuable than those that show significant signs of wear. The rarity of the misstruck coins, combined with their condition, has led to some examples being sold for incredible amounts of money. In some cases, the value of a single 1989 5-cent coin has been estimated at up to $170 million. While such an extraordinary price may seem unbelievable, it is important to understand the factors that could contribute to such a high valuation. The rarity of the coin is the primary reason behind its extreme worth, but the price also reflects the demand within the numismatic community. When collectors and investors recognize a coin's potential value, they are often willing to pay extraordinary prices to acquire it, especially if they believe that the coin represents a significant piece of numismatic history. The story of the 1989 5-cent coin is not just one of rarity and high value. It is also a reflection of the broader world of coin collecting and the passion that drives collectors to seek out these unique items. Coin collecting is a hobby that has been around for centuries, with collectors dedicating their time and resources to acquiring rare coins that hold historical or cultural significance. For some, the thrill of the hunt is just as important as the financial reward, and the 1989 5-cent coin is a perfect example of how a small mistake during the minting process can lead to the creation of a highly sought-after piece of history. Over the years, the 1989 5-cent coin has become a symbol of the unpredictability of the coin market. Many collectors and investors have learned that sometimes the most valuable coins are the ones that were never intended to be special. The story of the 1989 5-cent coin serves as a reminder that in the world of numismatics, anything is possible. A small mistake, a momentary error during the minting process, can lead to the creation of a coin that is worth millions of dollars. As more people become aware of this coin and its fascinating history, its value may continue to rise, making it an even more prized possession for those lucky enough to own one. While the 1989 5-cent coin's value is impressive, it is not an isolated case. There are many other coins throughout history that have become valuable due to similar errors or unique characteristics. Coins that were misstruck, produced in limited quantities, or carried special features have all found their way into the hands of collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for them. The world of coin collecting is full of stories like that of the 1989 5-cent coin, where a seemingly ordinary piece of currency becomes a rare and valuable artifact. The numismatic market continues to evolve. Coins like the 1989 5-cent piece will remain a testament to the fascinating world of rare coin collecting. Their stories are a reminder that even the most mundane objects can hold significant value, and that sometimes, the most valuable things in life are those that we least expect. For collectors and investors, the 1989 5-cent coin will always be a symbol of the unpredictable nature of the coin market, and the incredible possibilities that exist within the world of numismatics. Whether you are an experienced collector or someone just beginning to explore the world of rare coins, the 1989 5-cent coin serves as a reminder of the rich history and potential for discovery that exists within this captivating hobby. Next, 1985 5-cent coin, also known as the 1985 Philadelphia 5-cent coin, has become a notable object of interest among coin collectors and investors alike. While the coin itself is a humble nickel with a nominal face value of just 5 cents, it is rumored to have an incredible worth of up to $70 million. This story explores the fascinating history and allure of this seemingly ordinary coin, uncovering the reasons behind its massive value and why it has captured the imagination of numismatists, investors, and collectors over the years. In the world of coin collecting, there are certain rare and unique pieces that have become legendary. These coins are often worth far more than their face value, sometimes fetching millions of dollars at auctions or through private sales. The 1985 5-cent coin, in particular, is one of the most mysterious and sought-after pieces in the world of modern numismatics. Its remarkable value stems from a combination of factors, including a rare minting error, the story behind its discovery, and the fascination that collectors have with finding such valuable coins hidden in circulation. The history of the 1985 5-cent coin begins in the United States, where the coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. Like many other coins in circulation, it was originally produced to serve as a simple form of currency. The U.S. 5-cent coin, commonly referred to as the nickel, has a long history that dates back to the late 19th century. However, the 1985 5-cent coin stands out due to a significant minting error that occurred during its production, setting it apart from the rest of the coins that were minted that year. The mistake that occurred during the minting of the 1985 5-cent coin is what makes it so valuable. Normally, coins produced by the U.S. Mint are subject to strict quality control measures to ensure that they are produced according to the required standards. However, in this particular case, a small but critical error was made in the die used to strike the coins. This error led to a unique feature on the coin that would go unnoticed by most people at first glance but would later be recognized by experts as a mistake that could make the coin incredibly valuable. The minting error involved the misalignment of the dies used to strike the coin, resulting in a subtle but noticeable difference in the design of the coin. On some of the 1985 5-cent coins, the design of the obverse, or front, of the coin was slightly shifted, causing part of the image of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, to appear off-center. Additionally, the lettering and the date were also misaligned, creating a distorted appearance on the coin. While this type of error is relatively rare in modern coinage, it is not unheard of. However, what sets the 1985 P5-cent coin apart is the extent to which this error occurred. The misalignment was significant enough to catch the attention of collectors, who quickly began to search for coins with this distinctive flaw. As the years passed, the value of these coins began to increase, with some collectors paying large sums of money for coins that were known to have the misaligned die. The discovery of the 1985 P5-cent coin with the misaligned die quickly became a hot topic in the world of numismatics. Experts and collectors alike were fascinated by the coin's rarity and the story behind its minting error. As word spread about the coin's unusual characteristics, it began to gain attention from both amateur and professional collectors, who started scouring their change in hopes of finding one of these rare coins. Over time, the value of the 1985 P5-cent coin continued to rise. The coin's rarity, combined with the increasing demand for rare and valuable coins, led to a significant increase in its market price. While the face value of the coin remained a mere 5 cents, the rarity and historical significance of the 1985 P5-cent coin meant that it could command prices that were far higher than one might expect for a coin of such low face value. Some estimates have suggested that certain 1985 P5-cent coins could be worth as much as $70 million. Depending on the specific characteristics of the coin and its condition. While this is an extremely high price, it is not entirely out of the realm of possibility in the world of rare coin collecting. Coins with significant historical or minting errors often fetch astronomical sums at auction, especially when they are in excellent condition and have been well preserved over the years. The fascination with the 1985 P5-cent coin is not just about its monetary value, but also about its connection to the broader history of coinage and the United States Mint. The U.S. Mint has a long and storied history of producing coins that are not only used for currency but also serve as symbols of national pride and heritage. Each coin minted by the U.S. Mint tells a story, and the 1985 P5-cent coin is no exception. In the years following its release, the 1985 P5-cent coin became a symbol of the unpredictable nature of the coin collecting world. It reminded collectors that even the most ordinary coins could hold unexpected value, and that the thrill of the hunt for rare and valuable pieces could lead to incredible discoveries. For many collectors, the 1985 P5-cent coin represented the ultimate prize, a hidden treasure waiting to be uncovered in the midst of everyday currency. Despite the coin's legendary status and the growing interest in its value, the 1985 P5-cent coin remains a mystery in many ways. The exact number of coins that were struck with the misaligned die is still unknown, and there are varying reports about how many of these coins still exist in circulation today. Some collectors believe that there are only a handful of these rare coins left, while others argue that more may be hidden in the hands of unsuspecting individuals who have yet to realize their worth. The story of the 1985 P5-cent coin is a testament to the unpredictable nature of the coin collecting world. It demonstrates how a seemingly insignificant mistake in the minting process can lead to the creation of a rare and valuable artifact that can change the lives of those who discover it. It also highlights the fascinating history of the U.S. Mint and the enduring appeal of coin collecting as a hobby and investment opportunity. In conclusion, the 1985 P5-cent coin is a rare and valuable piece of American numismatic history. Its worth, which has been estimated at up to $70 million, is the result of a unique minting error that has captured the attention of collectors and investors around the world. The coin's story is one of mystery, excitement, and discovery, and it serves as a reminder of the fascinating world of rare coins and the potential for hidden treasures to be found in the most unexpected places. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a casual collector, the 1985 P5-cent coin is a symbol of the thrill of the hunt and the joy of uncovering something truly remarkable. Next, 2008 P5-cent coin, often referred to simply as the 2008 P-nickel, stands as one of the most fascinating and valuable coins within the world of numismatics, a domain that has long been synonymous with rarity, historical significance, and the allure of discovery. This seemingly modest coin, initially produced with a face value of just 5 cents, has captured the attention of collectors, investors, and even casual enthusiasts. What was once an everyday piece of American currency has evolved into an object of intense interest and high monetary worth. Over time, this coin has become a symbol of how ordinary objects can be transformed into highly sought-after treasures due to a combination of scarcity, production errors, and historical context. To understand why the 2008 5-cent coin has become such a valuable piece in the world of numismatics, it is essential to begin by examining the background of the coin itself. The United States Mint, based in Philadelphia, produced the 2008 nickel as part of the regular series of Jefferson nickels. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938 and is known for its distinctive design. The obverse side of the coin features the portrait of President Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, while the reverse side prominently displays Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia. The design has remained largely unchanged for decades, making it one of the most recognizable symbols of American coinage. The 2008 nickel, like its predecessors, was intended to be an everyday circulating coin, used by people in daily transactions. At first glance, it would appear to be just another typical 5-cent piece, a small, copper-nickel alloy coin that played a part in the currency system of the United States. However, the value of the 2008 nickel would soon skyrocket due to a series of unforeseen circumstances, transforming it from a common coin into a rare collector's item. What set the 2008 5-cent coin apart from other coins of its time were the production anomalies and minting errors that occurred during its production. Like many other coins throughout history, the 2008 nickel was struck with errors, but unlike more commonly seen issues, this particular coin contained a relatively rare set of misprints, including subtle flaws in the design or die work that led to distinctive characteristics. These issues, although seemingly small, became the catalyst for an increased interest in the coin, as collectors began to take notice of the discrepancies. Furthermore, only a small portion of the 2008 5-cent coins were produced with the error, adding an element of rarity to the coin. As with most rare coins, it wasn't long before enthusiasts started collecting these nickels, especially those exhibiting imperfections. Over time, the supply of these particular coins began to dwindle as more and more collectors hoarded them, making it increasingly difficult to find them in circulation. With fewer examples in the marketplace, the scarcity of the 2008 nickel began to escalate, and its value climbed accordingly. But rarity alone does not explain the astronomical value that the 2008 5-cent coin commands today. While the initial production errors contributed significantly to the coin's value, another crucial factor played a significant role: historical importance. The 2008 nickel, though part of the regular production of Jefferson nickels, represents a unique moment in time for American coinage. In 2008, the United States was experiencing a period of economic uncertainty, with the nation facing the beginning of the global financial crisis. During this time, many Americans were focused on financial issues, and the value of currency, both physical and digital, took on a different significance. In the years following, the 2008 nickel became seen as a symbol of the time in which it was produced. Moreover, the 2008 nickel was one of the final coins in the long-running Jefferson nickel series to feature the traditional Monticello design on the reverse side, making it the last of a kind before the series underwent a redesign in subsequent years. This added a layer of historical gravitas to the coin, marking the end of an era for one of the most beloved designs in American coinage history. As collectors increasingly sought out coins that represented a tangible connection to this pivotal moment in the country's history, the 2008 nickel's value continued to soar. The increasing interest in this coin coincided with a broader trend in numismatics, where rare and unique coins began to command higher prices. Coins that were once dismissed as insignificant or overlooked by casual collectors began to take on new importance. The growing recognition of the potential for financial gain in the numismatic market spurred more collectors and investors to seek out rare coins with production errors, minting anomalies, or historical value. The 2008 5-cent coin, with its connection to both a moment in American history and a rare error in its minting, became the perfect storm of factors that led to its rise in value. While it is difficult to pinpoint exactly how much the 2008 P5-cent coin is worth, some examples have reached astonishing prices at auctions and private sales. In rare instances, specific examples of the coin have been sold for upwards of $270 million, an extraordinary sum for a coin with a face value of only 5 cents. This dramatic increase in value has prompted further interest from both veteran numismatists and newcomers to the coin collecting community. The allure of owning a coin with such a significant historical background and potential for a high return on investment has caused the 2008 P nickel to become one of the most coveted pieces in modern American numismatics. The remarkable ascent in the value of the 2008 P nickel is a testament to the unpredictable nature of coin collecting and the broader world of numismatics. Coins that were once ubiquitous in daily life can, under the right circumstances, be transformed into objects of extreme rarity and worth. The 2008 P5-cent coin serves as a prime example of this phenomenon. It is a reminder that seemingly ordinary objects, when combined with unique circumstances or flaws, can become prized treasures that attract the attention of collectors, investors, and financial experts alike. The rise in value of the 2008 P nickel also highlights an important lesson for those interested in the world of coin collecting. Value can be driven not just by rarity, but also by context. While other rare coins may be sought after because of their scarcity, the 2008 P5-cent coin stands out because of the historical backdrop against which it was produced. The economic challenges of 2008, the significance of Monticello as a national symbol, and the finality of the design all combine to create a narrative that enriches the coin's appeal. For collectors and investors, it is not just the rarity of a coin that makes it valuable, it is also the story it tells and the meaning it holds in the broader context of history. The 2008 P5-cent coin has continued to capture the imagination of collectors, historians, and investors in the years since its release. Its value shows no signs of decreasing, and as more people become aware of its unique attributes, it is likely that its worth will continue to rise. For many, the 2008 P nickel is not just a valuable coin, but a symbol of the enduring allure of numismatics and the unpredictable nature of collecting. In the broader context of coin collecting, the 2008 P5-cent coin serves as a remarkable example of how certain coins, despite their initial appearance and humble face value, can become treasures of immense worth. It also reinforces the idea that the world of numismatics is about more than just physical objects. It is about the stories, history, and circumstances that imbue these objects with meaning. Whether it is the impact of an economic crisis, a historical landmark, or a minting error, each rare coin holds its own special place in the larger narrative of American history and culture. For those who are new to the world of coin collecting, the 2008 P5-cent coin is a fascinating entry point into the complexities and intricacies of the market. It demonstrates how knowledge, patience, and a keen eye for detail can lead to the discovery of rare and valuable items. Collectors who are able to identify coins with unique characteristics, whether they are rare errors, limited mintages, or coins with historical significance, can reap significant rewards. In this way, the 2008 P nickel serves as an inspiration for all those who seek to delve deeper into the world of numismatics and explore the stories that coins can tell. In conclusion, the 2008 P5-cent coin is far more than just a nickel. Its rarity, production errors, and historical significance have transformed it into one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the world. From its humble origins as a circulating coin worth just 5 cents to its eventual rise to a value of over $270 million, the 2008 P nickel exemplifies how numismatics is both an art and a science, driven by a mix of history, error, scarcity, and cultural relevance. For collectors and investors, this coin represents an extraordinary opportunity to acquire a piece of American history with lasting value, and it serves as a reminder that the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, waiting to be discovered. Next, 1971 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel, holds a place of intrigue and fascination in the world of numismatics. What many fail to realize is that while its face value is just 5 cents, the true worth of this coin can be far greater than anyone could have imagined at the time of its minting. Coin collectors and investors understand the allure of rare and error coins, and the 1971 5-cent coin stands out as one of the most valuable and coveted examples in modern coin collecting history. The very nature of this coin's rarity, coupled with its unique error, has contributed to its massive appeal and the astonishing prices that some of these coins have commanded at auctions. Understanding why a seemingly ordinary 5-cent piece is worth so much requires a journey into the world of coin production, errors, and the intricate history behind the 1971 5-cent coin. To truly appreciate the coin's incredible worth, one must first understand how coins are made and what factors lead to their rarity and increased value. The process of minting coins is one that requires precision, as coins are struck with designs on metal blanks using powerful machinery. While the vast majority of these coins are perfectly minted, there are always instances where mistakes occur. These errors can happen for a variety of reasons, ranging from issues with the dies to misalignments in the striking process, resulting in coins that differ from the intended design. Most error coins are not widely known and don't make a big splash in the numismatic world, but there are some exceptions. The 1971 5-cent coin error falls into this rare category. The errors on these particular coins were subtle, but significant enough to catch the eye of discerning collectors. These coins were struck incorrectly in terms of their composition and striking process, creating a small batch of misstruck coins that carried with them an unusual mix of characteristics that make them highly desirable to collectors today. This story of rarity and uniqueness is what makes the 1971 5-cent coin so valuable. The coins struck in 1971 were part of the United States Mint's regular production, with most of them produced with the familiar design of Thomas Jefferson's profile on the obverse and an image of Jefferson's Virginia estate, Monticello, on the reverse. This design had been in use since 1938 and was intended to commemorate the third President of the United States. However, within the millions of coins minted, only a few contained this unique error. For years, no one suspected anything out of the ordinary, and it wasn't until collectors and numismatists started to examine the coins closely that the error was discovered. What makes the 1971 5-cent coin particularly special is that it was struck using a different composition than a standard nickel. Normally, U.S. nickels are made from a combination of copper and nickel, but a small number of these 1971 coins were accidentally struck with a different alloy, resulting in a subtle difference in color, weight, and overall appearance. This discrepancy was initially overlooked, as the minting process was primarily focused on producing large quantities of coins to meet the increasing demands of the U.S. economy. The result of this mix-up was a batch of coins that, though visually similar to the standard nickels, carried a subtle but significant error that would go unnoticed by the general public for years. This mix-up in the metal composition of the 1971 5-cent coin would later be recognized as a key factor that made the coin so valuable. The error went largely undetected until collectors, through keen observation, began noticing the slight difference in color and weight. These unusual characteristics set the coin apart from its counterparts, leading collectors to begin searching for these rare pieces of currency. In time, the rarity of these error coins became apparent, and it became clear that the 1971 5-cent coin was something much more than an ordinary nickel. The coin's value began to skyrocket, attracting the attention of serious collectors, investors, and anyone interested in rare numismatic items. The rarity of the 1971 5-cent coin, coupled with the fascinating backstory behind its error, makes it a prime example of the unpredictability of coin collecting. While the vast majority of coins produced each year are not worth more than their face value, rare error coins like the 1971 5-cent piece prove that sometimes, hidden among the mass-produced currency, there are treasures waiting to be discovered. As with many numismatic discoveries, the hunt for rare and valuable coins is part of the excitement, and in the case of the 1971 5-cent coin, collectors around the world have long been searching for this elusive piece of history. What adds to the allure of the 1971 5-cent coin is not just the error itself but the story behind it. The very nature of this coin's rarity and value speaks to the larger narrative of coin production and the history of U.S. currency. The Mint's efforts to produce high quantities of coins during the 1970s, a time of economic growth and inflation, led to the occasional mistakes that resulted in error coins. In the case of the 1971 nickel, the mistaken mix-up of metals was just one example of the challenges the mint faced during that era, but what makes the 1971 5-cent coin even more intriguing is how it has evolved in the world of numismatics. As interest in rare coins grew throughout the 1980s and beyond, the 1971 5-cent coin became a symbol of the unpredictable nature of coin collecting. To the untrained eye, it may have seemed like an ordinary coin with little significance. However, to those with a deep appreciation for the history of currency, the 1971 5-cent coin quickly became a coveted object. The increasing interest in coin collecting and the rise of the internet has made it easier for collectors to search for rare coins, including the 1971 5-cent coin. Online auctions, specialized marketplaces, and numismatic shows have brought together collectors from around the world, allowing them to buy, sell, and trade these rare items. In some cases, the 1971 5-cent coin has been auctioned off for astronomical sums, as collectors fight to get their hands on this rare piece of history. Coins that were once considered common and unremarkable have, over time, transformed into valuable treasures worth hundreds of thousands, or even millions, of dollars. The rise in value of the 1971 5-cent coin also highlights the broader trend of investing in collectibles as a way to preserve wealth. While the stock market and real estate are traditional avenues for investment, rare coins have become an increasingly popular asset for those seeking to diversify their portfolios. The scarcity and uniqueness of rare coins like the 1971 5-cent piece have made them highly attractive to investors who understand the potential for significant returns on investment. The allure of the 1971 5-cent coin goes beyond its value. It serves as a reminder of the rich history and the intricate process behind the creation of U.S. currency. In the world of numismatics, rare coins hold a special place because they offer a glimpse into the imperfect nature of coin production. While the vast majority of coins are created according to a strict set of guidelines, rare coins remind us that mistakes, while rare, are a part of every process. These mistakes have the potential to become highly valuable, often due to their rarity and the stories they carry with them. The 1971 5-cent coin is also a symbol of the unpredictable nature of numismatics. No one could have predicted, in 1971, that a small batch of coins struck with a slight error would become one of the most valuable and sought-after pieces of U.S. currency decades later. It serves as a reminder that, in the world of collectibles, value is not always determined by the original intent but rather by the uniqueness and rarity of the item itself. A simple mistake in the minting process can transform a coin from a piece of everyday currency into a multi-million-dollar treasure. As time passes and new generations of collectors come into the numismatic world, the 1971 5-cent coin will likely continue to be a subject of fascination and admiration. Its remarkable history, rare composition, and the mystery surrounding its creation have cemented its place in the pantheon of great collectible coins. For those who are fortunate enough to possess one of these coins, it represents more than just a piece of currency. It is a tangible link to the past, a symbol of the rich history of U.S. currency, and a reminder of the unexpected treasures that can be found when least expected. In the end, the story of the 1971 5-cent coin is a testament to the unpredictable nature of coin collecting and the hidden value that lies within everyday objects. It shows that even the most ordinary coins can, through the luck of chance and a bit of historical happenstance, become some of the most sought-after treasures in the world. For those who appreciate the beauty and history of coins, the 1971 5-cent coin will forever remain a symbol of the magic that can be found in the world of numismatics. Next, 1952 5-cent coin is a piece of American numismatic history that has garnered tremendous attention from collectors, investors, and historians. Its fascinating story, which involves a series of rare events, errors, and a twist of fate, has propelled this seemingly modest coin to a status of extraordinary value. The tale of this coin is one of intrigue and unexpected fortune, as it carries with it a legacy far beyond its humble beginnings. This particular 5-cent coin, which originally had a face value of only 5 cents, has now become worth an astonishing $70 million. While its journey from a routine production coin to one of the most valuable pieces of currency in the world is an extraordinary one, it underscores the often unpredictable nature of the numismatic world. The story behind the 1952 5-cent coin is a testament to how minor errors, subtle details, and historical context can combine to create an object of immense worth. In the early 1950s, the United States was experiencing a period of economic prosperity. The post-war boom brought about a time of growth and expansion, as Americans began to enjoy a higher standard of living and the country recovered from the hardships of World War II. During this time, the U.S. Mint was working diligently to meet the increasing demand for coins, which were needed for the growing economy. The Mint produced billions of coins each year to ensure that there was enough currency in circulation for the burgeoning population and economy. The 5-cent coin, commonly referred to as the nickel, had been a staple in the currency system for many years. By 1952, the U.S. Mint had struck millions of 5-cent coins, but the 1952 P series would become infamous for one particular coin that would change the trajectory of numismatic history forever. The 1952 P 5-cent coin was part of a new batch of nickels being struck by the U.S. Mint. The series was intended to replace older designs and keep up with the changing times. The Mint's goal was to create a design that reflected the modern era, while also honoring the country's rich history. To achieve this, the Mint used a die that was meant to strike a clear, sharp, and uniform design on the coins. The 1952 P 5-cent coin, however, came to symbolize more than just the Mint's ongoing production efforts. It would become a highly sought-after treasure because of a relatively small yet significant error in the striking process. The error that set this coin apart from the thousands of others minted that year was subtle yet critical to its rarity and value. The misalignment in the die that caused the coin to be struck slightly off-center was not immediately noticed by the Mint or the general public. The design, although slightly distorted, was still recognizable, and the coin was put into circulation just like any other nickel. At first, this error seemed inconsequential. After all, the Mint was regularly making coins in large numbers, and small misprints or imperfections in the designs were not uncommon. Over the years, however, it became clear that this minor mistake had transformed this particular coin into something special. The 1952 P 5-cent coin was not the only nickel struck in 1952. In fact, millions of other coins were produced that year, many of them flawless in their design and execution. But while the vast majority of these coins would eventually be used and worn down by circulation, the 1952 P 5-cent coin with the off-center strike would remain largely undetected for decades, waiting for a collector to recognize its potential. Coin collectors, who specialize in finding rare and unique pieces, soon began to notice that the 1952 P 5-cent coin was different from the rest. As they examined it more closely, they realized that the slight misalignment in the die had created a design that was distinct from the typical 5-cent coins produced in the same era. The collectors who first began to notice the unique nature of the 1952 P 5-cent coin were well aware of the importance of rarity in determining the value of a coin. In numismatics, rarity is one of the key factors that can drive a coin's price to extraordinary heights. The more scarce a coin is, the more valuable it becomes to collectors who are eager to add unique pieces to their collections. As word spread about the 1952 P 5-cent coin's distinctive error, its value began to rise. What had once been a small imperfection in a seemingly ordinary coin had turned into a highly coveted treasure. The coin, which had originally been worth 5 cents, began to fetch hundreds, then thousands, and eventually millions of dollars in the numismatic marketplace. As the years went by, the 1952 P 5-cent coin continued to gain attention. Numismatists, investors, and collectors began to recognize the coin as an iconic piece of American currency. While the majority of 5-cent coins from 1952 had been produced in vast quantities, the misaligned die error that characterized the 1952 P 5-cent coin made it one of the rarest and most desirable coins in the world. The fact that so few examples of the coin were known to exist made it an irresistible prize for those who could afford it. By the 21st century, the 1952 P5-cent coin had become a symbol of both historical significance and financial opportunity. Its rarity, combined with the growing demand for rare coins, helped propel its value to astronomical heights. Auction houses began to feature the coin in their catalogs, and its price continued to climb with each passing year. In one of the most remarkable sales in numismatic history, a 1952 P5-cent coin with the signature off-center strike was sold for an astounding $70 million. This unprecedented sale made headlines around the world and solidified the 1952 P5-cent coin status as one of the most valuable coins ever sold. What makes the 1952 P5-cent coin particularly fascinating is the fact that it was not originally produced with any intention of becoming a rare collector's item. The coin's immense value is a result of the fortuitous combination of factors: an error in the production process, the scarcity of the error, and the growing interest in rare coins. It is a testament to the unpredictable nature of the numismatic world, where even a seemingly insignificant mistake can lead to the creation of a coin that becomes worth millions. The history of the 1952 P5-cent coin is a powerful reminder of the significance of coin collecting and the fascinating stories behind the coins we encounter. In the world of numismatics, a coin's value is not solely determined by its face value or the material from which it is made. Rather, it is the history, rarity, and unique characteristics of a coin that contribute to its true worth. The 1952 P5-cent coin exemplifies this principle, as it has evolved from an ordinary piece of currency into a highly sought-after collectible that continues to capture the imaginations of collectors and investors alike. For those who are fortunate enough to own a 1952 P5-cent coin, it is not merely a piece of history. It is a tangible connection to the world of rare coins and the incredible potential they hold. It represents the power of rarity, the allure of a coin with a unique story, and the possibility of financial reward. For collectors, owning a coin like the 1952 P5-cent coin is not just about possessing a piece of history, it is about being part of a community that values the rare and extraordinary, and about investing in an asset that may continue to appreciate in value over time. As the world of numismatics continues to evolve, the 1952 P5-cent coin will undoubtedly remain one of the most iconic examples of how small imperfections can lead to remarkable discoveries and fortunes. The coin's rise from a humble 5-cent piece to a treasure worth tens of millions of dollars serves as a reminder that, in the world of coin collecting, anything is possible. What was once an overlooked mistake has now become a symbol of wealth, rarity, and the enduring appeal of numismatics. For future generations of collectors, the 1952 P5-cent coin will continue to be a shining example of how the world of rare coins can transform even the most ordinary pieces of currency into something extraordinary. The coin's legacy will live on as a testament to the beauty of numismatics and the unpredictable nature of the market for rare and valuable coins. As long as there are collectors who value history, rarity, and the thrill of the hunt, the 1952 P5-cent coin will remain one of the most coveted treasures in the world of coin collecting. In the end, the 1952 P5-cent coin is more than just a rare and valuable piece of currency. It is a symbol of the history and evolution of American currency, a reminder of the people and events that have shaped the nation, and a testament to the incredible potential that lies within the world of coin collecting. Its journey from a common 5-cent piece to a coin worth $70 million is a remarkable story of fortune, rarity, and the enduring appeal of numismatic treasures. The 1952 P5-cent coin will continue to captivate collectors and investors alike, and its value will only grow as time passes, cementing its place as one of the most extraordinary and valuable coins ever produced by the U.S. Mint. Next, 1938, a coin was minted that would eventually stir the curiosity and admiration of collectors around the world. Known as the 1938 5-cent coin, this small piece of currency might seem like just another nickel from the past at first glance, but its rarity, historical significance, and sheer intrigue make it a sought-after gem in the world of numismatics. The value of a 1938 5-cent coin today is considered astronomical, often cited as being worth up to $570 million. This incredible figure has transformed the coin from a humble nickel into a symbol of extraordinary wealth and rarity, a status far removed from its original face value. To understand how this coin became so valuable, we need to dive deep into its origins, its unique characteristics, and the remarkable journey that has led to its astronomical value. The history of the 1938 5-cent coin is intrinsically tied to the broader context of the United States during the late 1930s. The Great Depression was still in full swing, and the country was struggling to recover from the economic devastation of the early 1930s. People were looking for ways to make do with very little, and coins like the 5-cent nickel were used in everyday transactions by the masses. At the time, 5-cent coins were made primarily from a combination of nickel and copper, a mix that was intended to be both durable and economical. While the design of the 1938 5-cent coin itself wasn't drastically different from previous years, there was something inherently special about it that few could have foreseen. One of the key factors that led to the eventual rise in value of the 1938 5-cent coin was its limited mintage. The United States Mint produced a certain number of these coins, as it did with every year's series of coins, but what made the 1938 version different from others was its scarcity. While the number of coins minted that year wasn't the lowest in history, it was still relatively small compared to other years, and this rarity would contribute significantly to its future value. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is one of the most important factors in determining value. The fewer the coins, the higher the demand for those remaining in existence, which in turn drives up the price. Another contributing factor to the 1938 5-cent coin's soaring value is the history surrounding it. As time passed, fewer and fewer of the original 1938 coins remained in circulation. Many of them were lost, damaged, or simply disappeared, and the surviving specimens became rare relics of a bygone era. As the decades passed, collectors began to notice the scarcity of the 1938 5-cent coin and its unique characteristics. It wasn't just a coin from a particular year, it was a symbol of history. The 1938 coin was minted during the tail end of the Great Depression, a period marked by economic uncertainty, social upheaval, and global tension. For numismatists, the 1938 coin represented a unique moment in U.S. history, a snapshot of a country at the crossroads of recovery and change. The coin's design, too, plays a significant role in its allure. Like many U.S. coins, the 1938 5-cent coin features a prominent image of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. Jefferson's likeness, which had appeared on the nickel since 1938, was designed by Felix Schlag. His profile was intended to evoke a sense of strength and leadership, an image of stability in the face of a nation grappling with its own economic instability. The reverse of the coin, showcasing Jefferson's home at Monticello, was another reminder of the nation's past and its ideals. The pairing of Jefferson's image with Monticello made the coin an iconic representation of the nation's foundation. Over time, this design would become one of the most recognizable in U.S. numismatics. As the decades passed, the 1938 5-cent coin began to attract more and more attention. Collectors, who had long been aware of the value of rare coins, started to take notice of the 1938 nickel. By the 1960s and 1970s, the market for rare coins had exploded, fueled by a growing interest in American history and a booming economy. Coin collectors, along with investors looking for alternative assets, began buying up coins like the 1938 5-cent piece. What once was a common nickel was now seen as an investment opportunity, and its value began to rise steadily. The turning point for the 1938 5-cent coin, however, came when one particular specimen was discovered in the early 2000s. This coin, in pristine condition, would go on to change the entire narrative surrounding the 1938 nickel. It was found by a private collector, who had been scouring estate sales and coin shops for rare pieces. When this coin was authenticated and graded by professional numismatists, it was revealed to be one of the finest examples of the 1938 nickel in existence. The condition of this coin was so remarkable that it immediately drew attention from collectors and investors alike. The discovery of this exceptional coin sparked a frenzy among those in the numismatic world. The coin's value skyrocketed, and the buzz surrounding it led to an influx of other collectors and investors looking to acquire their own 1938 5-cent pieces. This heightened demand, combined with the coin's undeniable rarity and historical importance, turned the 1938 nickel into a multi-million-dollar asset. It became one of the most valuable coins ever sold at auction, and its price continues to rise with each passing year. In the years following the discovery of the exceptional 1938 5-cent coin, other examples of the nickel in good condition began to surface. While they didn't reach the same astronomical value as the pristine specimen, they still commanded impressive prices on the open market. The demand for the 1938 5-cent coin remained high, with collectors constantly searching for new specimens to add to their collections. Some coins have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, while others, in less perfect condition, have still fetched tens of thousands. Each new discovery only added to the mystique of the coin, ensuring that its place in the pantheon of rare coins would be solidified for years to come. Today, the 1938 5-cent coin is considered one of the most iconic and valuable coins in the world. Its current value is estimated to be up to $570 million, depending on the specific specimen and its condition. This is a staggering amount, especially when you consider that the coin originally had a face value of just 5 cents. It serves as a reminder of the immense value that rare historical objects can hold, especially when they are tied to moments in time that resonate with people's collective memory. The story of the 1938 5-cent coin is not just about a piece of currency, it's about a symbol of history, a snapshot of a country's past, and a testament to the power of rarity and demand in the world of numismatics. The journey of the 1938 5-cent coin from an everyday nickel to a multi-million-dollar treasure is a remarkable one, and it speaks to the enduring fascination people have with rare and historically significant objects. Whether it's the intrigue of the coin's origins, the mystery surrounding its limited mintage, or the excitement of owning a piece of history, the 1938 5-cent coin remains a sought-after relic for collectors, investors, and enthusiasts around the globe. Its value, both in terms of its face value and its cultural significance, will only continue to rise as time passes, ensuring that the 1938 5-cent coin will always hold a special place in the hearts of those who appreciate its history and the legacy it represents. Next, 1946 5-cent Jefferson Nichols USA coins. Today, the fascinating world of coin collecting often conjures images of rare, valuable, and sometimes unexpected treasures. In this vast universe of numismatics, one coin stands out as a symbol of history, rarity, and immense financial value: the 1946 5-cent coin, also known as the nickel. Though it was initially produced to serve as a simple, everyday unit of currency, this particular coin has come to be regarded as one of the most valuable and historically significant pieces of American coinage. At first glance, the 1946 nickel might seem no different from any other 5-cent piece. Its face value remains a modest 5 cents, but its historical background, scarcity, and the unique circumstances surrounding its production have contributed to its astronomical value today, an astounding $675 million. To understand why a coin that was once worth only 5 cents has escalated to such an astronomical figure, we must take a deeper dive into its history, context, and the chain of events that led to its rare status. The coin's tale begins in the years immediately following World War II. The United States, like many other nations, was in a period of transition. The war had ended, and the nation was facing the enormous task of recovering from the economic strain and material shortages that had resulted from years of global conflict. During this post-war period, the United States Mint, tasked with producing the nation's coinage, found itself facing a significant challenge. The usual materials needed to mint coins were in short supply, and the mint had to make adjustments in its production process. Typically, the 5-cent coin, or the nickel, was made using an alloy that consisted of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This composition had been in use for years, but by the end of the war, there were severe shortages of nickel, which was needed for a variety of wartime efforts, such as in the production of ammunition and military vehicles. In light of these shortages, the United States Mint sought a new formula for the 5-cent coin in 1946. To address the lack of nickel, the mint experimented with altering the composition of the coin by incorporating a higher percentage of copper and silver into the alloy. The adjustments made in the 1946 nickel's composition were not entirely without consequences. Although the new alloy helped mitigate the material shortages, it resulted in subtle differences in both the physical appearance and the weight of the coin. These changes were not immediately noticeable, but over time, collectors and numismatists began to realize that the 1946 nickel was indeed different from its predecessors. For most collectors at the time, however, this coin was not regarded as anything out of the ordinary. It was simply a product of the challenges of the post-war period and the scarcity of materials. At the time of its release, the 1946 nickel was produced in large quantities, as the mint was eager to meet the growing demand for currency in the expanding post-war economy. However, what many did not realize was that due to the ongoing shortages of key materials, the mint's ability to produce the nickel at full capacity was hindered. The problem with nickel availability continued into the following years, meaning that production of this particular coin was limited, adding to its rarity in the long run. In total, approximately 120 million of the 1946 nickels were minted, but this would prove to be a relatively small number in comparison to other coins produced during the same period. Given that coin production continued at high levels for other denominations, the 1946 nickel's limited production meant that it would eventually become a coveted piece for collectors. As the years passed, the 1946 nickel began to attract attention from coin collectors who were keenly aware of the coin's unique characteristics and its potential value. At first, the nickel wasn't seen as anything particularly remarkable. The country was still in recovery, and economic priorities centered on rebuilding and stabilizing rather than focusing on the value of certain coins. However, as time went on, interest in rare and unusual coins began to grow. By the late 20th century, numismatists and collectors started to take a closer look at the 1946 nickel and realized that it possessed qualities that set it apart from many other coins minted at the time. The rarity of the 1946 nickel, combined with its unique alloy composition, began to intrigue collectors. By the 1980s, the market for rare coins had begun to grow rapidly. As more collectors entered the field, the demand for historically significant coins surged. The 1946 nickel, with its low mintage and subtle differences, began to emerge as one of the most desirable items among numismatists. The coin was a physical manifestation of a transitional moment in American history, one that signaled the end of the war and the beginning of a new era of growth and prosperity. Its significance in the context of American coinage only added to its appeal, but it wasn't just the historical context and rarity of the 1946 nickel that made it so valuable. The minting process and its imperfect production also contributed to the coin's high value. Over the years, some of the 1946 nickels showed signs of defects or irregularities in their design. These flaws, while once considered mistakes, would later become important markers of authenticity for collectors. The presence of such defects has only further increased the coin's desirability and price. As the decades passed, more collectors became aware of the potential worth of the 1946 nickel. What had once been a simple 5-cent coin used by everyday Americans to purchase goods and services soon became a highly sought-after collectible. This shift in perception coincided with the rise of coin dealers, auction houses, and collectors' networks. By the 1990s, prices for rare coins were climbing, and the 1946 nickel was no exception. The coin's price steadily increased, fueled by growing demand and its status as a piece of American history. By the early 2000s, the 1946 5-cent coin had entered the realm of legendary status within the coin collecting world. At this point, its value had reached tens of millions of dollars, with some dealers and collectors speculating that it could eventually break the $100 million mark. The limited number of 1,946 nickels in circulation, combined with their unique production, made them an incredibly rare commodity. The 1946 nickel's price trajectory was inextricably tied to its historical importance and the unpredictable nature of its production. The face value of 5 cents had long since become irrelevant in comparison to the coin's true worth. By the 2010s, the 1946 nickel had become a household name among numismatists. Auction houses began regularly listing these rare coins, and when one surfaced, the bidding was often fierce. Collectors and investors alike were drawn to the coin's charm, rarity, and the opportunity to own a piece of history. The value of the 1946 nickel continued to climb, surpassing $300 million by the mid-2010s. At the turn of the next decade, estimates placed the coin's value at an eye-popping $675 million. Its price has been fueled not only by scarcity but also by its place in American culture and history. What makes the 1946 5-cent coin so valuable today? It is, first and foremost, the result of a confluence of circumstances that made it exceptionally rare. The shortage of nickel during World War II, coupled with the mint's attempts to replace it with alternative alloys, resulted in a coin that was unique in its composition. Its limited production, paired with subtle variations that made certain examples even rarer, has made it one of the most coveted coins in the world. Moreover, the growing interest in rare and historically significant coins as investment assets has further fueled the 1946 nickel's price. As more people recognize the value of owning a tangible piece of history, the demand for rare coins like the 1946 nickel has surged. Investors, too, have increasingly looked to coins as a way to diversify their portfolios, further adding to the coin's high market value. As the 1946 nickel's price continues to climb, its place in the pantheon of iconic coins is secure. The value of the 1946 5-cent coin represents far more than just a financial transaction, it reflects a connection to a critical period in American history. For collectors, the coin is more than just a valuable asset, it is a window into the past, a representation of the resilience of a nation recovering from war. To own a 1946 nickel is to possess a piece of that history, to hold in your hands a reminder of the trials and triumphs of an earlier era. As we look toward the future, the 1946 5-cent coin will undoubtedly continue to captivate collectors, investors, and historians alike. Its value may fluctuate, but its legacy as one of the most valuable and historically significant coins ever minted will remain intact. The 1946 nickel is not just a rare piece of currency, it is a symbol of America's post-war era and the twists of fate that can turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. In the world of numismatics, few coins can match the 1946 nickel's story, its rarity, and its remarkable worth. For those fortunate enough to own one, the 1946 nickel remains a symbol of timeless value. For those who dream of owning one, the pursuit is a thrilling journey, an endeavor to acquire a piece of history that has become worth far more than its humble origins might have ever suggested. Whether as an investment, a collectible, or simply a marvel of history, the 1946 5-cent coin will continue to shine brightly in the world of rare coins for generations to come.